Hello everyone, this is Dr. Victoria Skirbo speaking to you from the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. And I want to take a look at, I'm going to do a card reading using the Rider-Waite. I want to take a look at Michael Cohen as he prepares to talk in front of the House Oversight Committee. It's going to happen on the 27th. There's going to be, I think, 3 days of testimony, 2 secret or not open to the public and 1 open to the public. I'm not sure which one he's doing first, if he's doing the public or the private first. That I'm not sure of. But I kind of want to see how that's going to change things, what that's going to create, just in general, how that's going to work out. I think I want to ask how it's going to work out for Michael Cohen to start with. Let's see how this is on a personal level, what this is meaning to him. And then perhaps in that question, we'll see how it's affecting the country. A lot of times, you ask a question, and while that question is answered, there's also a couple of other things that come out as well. So let's just see what this says. Okay, I'm cutting the cards now. I've been shuffling since we spoke. All right, let's see. Michael Cohen testifying. Woohoo! Okay. So the first card that comes up is the Mueller investigation card. This is Robert Mueller generally in the readings, but this is justice. Okay, this is about justice, and this is about truth. So I think that he wants to tell the truth, just plain and simple. He wants to tell the truth. Okay, let's see what's crossing that. We have the Queen of Pentacles crossing that. My first thought was he's concerned for his wife. I guess, I'm not sure of this, but of course, I'm not sure of it because I heard it from Trump's mouth. And you can't trust that. But that his money comes through his wife and his wife's family. So this could be a worry in his mind. This could be a worry in his mind. Telling the truth could implicate, to a certain extent, his family. Okay, let's see what else comes up. Let's see what's at the bottom of this for him. Okay. This is the 5 of Wands. There's a lot of upsetment. There's a lot of chaos. There's a lot of internal sort of fighting. And I feel like this is within himself. This is within himself. This is an interesting card because it's connected, in the Tree of Life, it's connected with the Sephiroth Gabora, which is associated with the planet Mars. And it's the place of instant karma. And on a certain level, it really requires you to be honest with yourself. Because if you're not honest with yourself, you suffer. This is also a fire vibration. So there's an inspired sense about this. I've felt from the very beginning, and I know that he hasn't been a nice guy, but even from the very, very beginning with him, I felt like there was a good guy underneath there, and he has been fighting himself to sort of get out from under that. And perhaps that's what this crossing card is about. It's on a certain level, there has to be what's the word I'm looking for? A release of his obsession with money. I think that, and I don't know anything about his life really, his growing up, if he grew up poor or whatever. But making money your God kind of thing is something that he has had to let go of in order to face all of this. Let's see what continues. Let's see in the past. Okay, and in the past, I see this as the person who is charging ahead, and I feel as though this this is somebody who can charge ahead without thinking about their own welfare. And I think when he was involved with Trump for those 12 years or so, he would go into the fray, right? He would do what he had to do to get the job done. It didn't matter how much chaos it created. It didn't matter if it was right or wrong, perhaps. It was a job that he had to do. And I think that he's, in a way, talking to the committee in the same way, sort of like where angels fear to tread, right? Fools rush in. And so, but I mean, if you're doing it with the right intention, then it is, of course, a whole different matter. You still create chaos. You still, can get yourself hurt in situations like this. But at least the intention would be positive. So let's see what else. Let's see what's in the sky, sort of the energy that's above him. Okay, we have the moon card. So this says to me that the moon is often secret things, hidden things. Seeing that it's out in the sky, I say that things that we did not know previously, we're going to find out about. And it's going to cause a lot of emotional turmoil and what's the word I'm looking for? Upheaval, emotional upheaval. I don't necessarily feel like this is his emotional upheaval, but I think just in general, when the truth comes out, things are going to, the proverbial shit will hit the fan, right? Okay, let's see. The immediate 6 weeks out from this testimony. Okay. And so this card says to me, we're going to see the connections. We're going to see just how depraved and evil this all became, or this all was. This is a card that is really about our basest instincts as human beings. There is debauchery here. There's sexual depravity here. There's greed. There's gluttony. All of the sort of sins that we can get mired in if we forget that we have a spiritual connection. And that's what this card, the devil card, talks about in a positive sense, to remember that there's something beyond the physical. But if you're tied to the cube of the physical, if you refuse to take the chains off and you want to live in this place of darkness, it can get very dark and very gross. And I think we're gonna that information is gonna come up, and I'll say what I think part of the information is gonna come up. I think we might hear about other instances where Trump asked him to pay off women who were pregnant to get abortions. I feel like that's definitely there. I feel like there's definitely a connection to Epstein, the guy in Florida there, the pedophile, the one who Acosta's in trouble about. This is a real mucky muck situation, and there's a real dark side to all of these guys, and I think we're going to get a glimpse into it as the weeks progress. Okay, let's see how it's seen from the outside. There is this sense of, even with all this stuff coming up, that perhaps things aren't changing fast enough for people. There's a discontent. There's a well, this is great, but now what do we do kind of sense. Because when you get to the point of being a president, I guess it takes an awful lot to get you out. This could also be Michael, and people see him as depressed and sad. And when you see him in all his pictures, he looks sad. Even when he wasn't, even before all of this, he always had that sort of sad kind of look on his face. He wasn't a bad looking guy, but he always looked Yeah, like he looks sad. When I say let's see the domestic situation. Okay, so this is the domestic situation. I would say for Michael, and I think that as difficult as this has been on his family and his wife, I think this she's very proud and happy that he stood up to this. I'm not so sure how happy she was having him work for Trump. I mean, I know the money came in and maybe she was happy about that, but I'm not sure your soul is worth it, right? Let's see the hopes and fears. I think this is his hope that he will get, when he does come out, he'll have an opportunity to sort of restart his life and start working on what's truly of value. I feel almost as though he's going to be doing some teaching and some lecturing, things like that. I feel like that's what's in his future. Oh, my puppy just came in. Hi, Boo.
Are you doing a video?
Yes, that's okay.
Or you're talking too?
Oh, can I have it? Excuse me 1 second. You're not. He's got something weird on his head. Will you check it?
No, it's probably one of those birds.
Okay. My dog ran through a burr batch or something. He's got something on his head. Okay. Let's see the outcome card here. Okay, we get the messages card, the Page of Wands. So more questions, more answers, new information to work on. Let's see if we can get a major arcana. Got the Queen of Wands. We got the Hermit. I feel as though this is his time in prison. He'll have time to be introspective and really look within. Let's see what's underneath it all here. Oh, okay, celebration. So ultimately, this is a good thing for him. This is redemption, really. And I can't say I have to say I'm happy for him. I really am. I've said this before. I like Michaels in general, So I married one, so I like the name Michael. And I don't think I've ever met a Michael I didn't like, although I'm sure there's plenty of them out there. I just haven't met him, and I don't want to meet him. Okay. All right, so we see this as how it's affecting Michael. I want to see how it's going to be affecting Trump. I want to see if I can grab another set of cards. I'll be right back. Oops. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Okay, so this is how what's going to be revealed through Cohen's testimony, how it's affecting Donald Trump. And just do this will be a quick shuffle. Okay, and the Mueller report is coming out. I'm going to do separate reading on that, I think. Okay. Okay, this is how it's going to be affecting Trump. Okay, we have the Empress card. It's funny. This card comes up an awful lot around him. Let's just see what else that means. The Empress means fertility, growth, abundance. Let's see what else. Crossing card. Mueller. Okay. So this could be the sense of, being in charge, abundant, surrounded by the things that you value. In the case of Donald Trump, it's a lot of gold things. And then we have Mueller sort of crossing that. So justice comes. I know that astrologically he has Saturn conjunct Venus in his chart. And I believe that Venus might be, that whole conjunction is being opposed by Pluto. So that could be that too. Because the Empress card is connected to Venus, is connected to the planet Venus. And here we have at the root we have the power. He's sitting on the throne. See what's in the past. This is in this deck. This is the Ten of Swords, but this says to me that he was somewhat of the Teflon Don here. It's like no matter what came his way, he was able to sort of push it out of the way. Okay, push it out of the way. He was on some level protected. Now we could say divinely protected. I feel as though he really has a part to play in the awakening of the planet and awakening of the country. And if he had been held accountable for all the things that he's done, which have been many and a multitude of, we wouldn't get to the level that we need to get to. We wouldn't get enough people to sort of rise up and remember that they have the capacity to co-create their environment and make changes that can affect them. This is, in a way, an empowering moment for all of us, as it is for Michael Cohen. This is an empowering moment for Michael Cohen. So what's up on top of his head is the Hierophant. Jesus, 1, 2, 3 major arcana cards. So the government is sitting on his head. So the rules, the regulations, the structure of the power structures, the way it's been sort of pressing down on him. So even though he is the emperor, the higher power to a certain extent is the government and the structure of the government. And America's having its Pluto return in 2022. And the structures of government with Pluto in Capricorn are challenged, and Saturn's there too. Saturn's in Capricorn now too, to continue to challenge the structures. How strong are they? What holds up and what doesn't hold up? And that's happening in every country. And so we're seeing what works and what doesn't work. And it'll be interesting to see how that sort of precipitates out as we move through this very intense time that we're in. Okay. So what's ahead for him? We have the Nine of Swords. There's anxiety here. In this deck, this person is picking up all the swords along the path. There's a lot of experience here. There's sort of one more sword that he has to pass. Okay, let's see how it's seen from the outside. Heartbreak. Okay, domestic situation. This is somebody who's surrounded by the work that they've done. Now, if you've done good work, then you got good work surrounding you. If you haven't done good work, it's sort of hanging around. So, and this guy looks tired. So I would say Trump is pretty tired of all of this at this point. I mean, you can only do the dance for so long, I guess. Hopes and fears. He wants to get back into being King Farouk, sort of walking into things. He likes the pomp and circumstance of walking in with his beautiful wife and the music and everybody's like, "Oh, it's you." But beyond that, he's not interested. So he's hoping to get back into that, I guess. The outcome, work still needs to be done. His work is not getting done. This is evaluation. And he doesn't strike me as anybody who would evaluate anything but his pocketbook. And so I feel like he's evaluating his financial situation there. The Eight of Wands, the Eight of Swords, that's tough. The Two of Cups, nope, no major arcana. Let's see what's underneath. The Four of Pentacles. This is somebody who is so concerned with their money that I think his major concern right now is just money. I don't even think, or certainly after Michael speaks and says, I don't even think he's too worried about remaining the presidency, even though he keeps talking about, running in 2020. I don't think that's his primary goal. I think his primary concern is going to be where his money's at, and is he going to have any money, and what's the money, because it's always been about money for Trump. The fame was a way to make more money. Becoming president was, how can he bring more money into his life? This is somebody who has, and in the other deck we saw the devil. It's like a disease. The greed is a disease, and I almost feel like he doesn't care about anything but the money. So that's what the cards say anyway. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this. Like and subscribe, and I will see you again for another reading on another day. Have a great day. Bye.